Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about the Pacific Cross Premier Plan. Now, the Premier Plan is somewhat like a takeoff for people age 65 and older off the Peso Plan. It's a little bit different in that it doesn't give you the what they call like the access card. The access card kind of pays your bills and stuff like that, and it pays directly to the hospital when you hand them that card. This here doesn't say it has that, but it does say this. It says swift reimbursement of medical expenses based on your coverage. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what swift means. It's supposed to mean fast, but who knows what it means, because I'd like to see it with the access card myself, but it doesn't give you that choice of having the access card on here that I can see. Now this plan here, I'm going to read what it says. It's a plan especially designed for senior citizens of 65 years of age, okay? It does have that swift reimbursement of medical expenses based on your coverage. Your own choice of doctor, hospital, and specialists, okay? Comprehensive range of medical insurance benefits with a maximum coverage limit of 1,500,000 pesos. Okay, you get the most comprehensive range of medical insurance benefits available in the Philippines. Now, that's available in the Philippines. That they're talking about like on peso plans, I guess, because you can get American coverage that covers you much more than that, but you have to, again, cover out of pocket, and that gets kind of rough. So this plan is great for people that are in the Philippines. It does cover outside, overseas. It gives you emergency overseas coverage. Premier also covers you for emergencies and accidents when you travel, so you can receive the best medical insurance assistance anytime, anywhere in the world. 24-hour worldwide customer assistance and emergency hotline, okay? And that's 365 days a year, guys, that they have that rolling. Okay, your coverage begins 30 days after the date shown on your policy. However, you already have immediate coverage for accidental injuries. Pre-existing, obviously you have to get that checked with them. Certain conditions are permanently excluded from being covered. These are congenital conditions, durable medical equipment, cosmetic surgery, attempted suicide, or intentional self-inflicted injury. Those are not covered. Pre-existing conditions, unless they have been declared and approved by the company. So you want to get that checked. STDs are not covered. So your contract is guaranteed renewable up to age 100. However, we reserve the right to adjust your premium and other policy conditions upon written advice 45 days prior to each renewal. Okay. Let's see. It gives you a free look period. And then we're going to start getting into the core benefits. Now, the core benefits seem a little bit different than my plan. Okay. Here's the differences in this plan, okay? The price differences, okay? This is where you got 1, 2, and 3, okay? One is the ward, okay? The ward gives you only 500,000 pesos in coverage, which is very little. It's a tiny amount. It's only like $10,000. Then you got 750,000 for the semi-private, okay? That means you might be in a room with somebody else. Okay, and then they have private, which means you're going to have a room by yourself. That goes up to $1.5 million. Now, each policy, you have to choose whether you want the ward, the semi-private, or the private. Okay, so that's where the differences start coming in. Now, they have all the benefits here. I'm not going to really get into that like I did with the other one, because the benefits are a lot lower. But you can talk to them about that. There's a lot to cover on that here. I mean, let's see. It talks about anesthesiologist fee for the ward is $24,000. For the semi-private, it's $36,000. For the private, it's $72,000. So that's going to be some of the things that you're going to see. Surgeon's fee, I'll cover that one because that's kind of important. For the ward, it's 60,000 pesos. For the semi-private, it's 90,000 pesos, and for the private, it's 180,000 pesos. So it does make a substantial difference which ones you choose. Now, emergency outpatient, it does pay for that, but it doesn't cover outpatient for anything else except for the emergency room. It covers $5,000 for the ward, 6,000 semi-private, and 7,000 for private. Okay, so we are covering a little bit of the stuff here. The rest is just kind of, they cover your room and stuff like that. Now we're going to get into premiums. Okay, and I'm going to go down like the ward, the semi-private, and the private, so you don't get confused here, because if I skip across, it's going to get you really confused on this, and you guys might want to write this down. Okay, so I'm going to do the ward first. So that means if you went into the hospital, you would be on the ward. You wouldn't be in a semi-private room. You wouldn't be in a private room. Okay, so for age 66, it's 31,063. For age 67, it's 32,000 pesos, 790. For age 68, it's going to be 34,515. For age 69, it's 36,243. For age 70, it's 37,276. For age 71, it's 39,332 pesos. For age 72, it's 40,615 pesos. For age 73, it's 42,751 pesos. For age 74, it's 44,889 pesos. For age 75, it's 47,027 pesos. And for age 76 to 80, it covers a wide gap there, okay? It's 57,643. For age 81 to 85, it's 95,951 pesos. Okay? I'm sorry I can't transfer this over into dollars, guys, because, I know some of you guys are in different countries. You're going to have to transfer this yourself. Okay? For age 86 on the ward, it's age 86 to 100, it's 157,076. Okay, now we're going to go into semi-private. Now, semi-private is where you, like I said, semi-private room. You might have to share it with one or two other people. Okay, age 66 is it jumps like in the ward from 31,000 to 50,000. Now the semi-private for 66 is going to be 50,269. For 67, it's 53,063. For 68, it's 55,854. For 69, it's 58,646 pesos. Age 70, it's 60,323 pesos. For age 71, it's 62,541. For age 72, it's 64,580. This is for the semi-private. For age 73, it's 67,978. 74, it's 71,379. Age 75, it's 74,777. And then we jump into the 76 to 80 gap. It's 93,335. Then we go to the 81 to 85 gap, which is going to be 155,683 for the people that are 81 to 85. Okay, and then we go to 86 to 100. It's 254,000 pesos and 79. Okay, now we're going to go to the private. Okay, the private for age 66 is going to be 86,039. Okay, and for age 67, it's going to be 90,818 pesos. For age 68, it's going to be 95,599 pesos. For age 69, it's going to be 100,377 pesos. Okay, and then we're going to go to age 70, 103,246. Age 71, it's 108,072 pesos. For age 72, it's going to be 11,595 pesos. For age 73, it's 117,469 pesos. For age 74, it's going to be 123,343 pesos. For age 75, it's 129,216 pesos. For age 76 to 80, again, that's a gap. Age 76 to 80, it's going to be 159,702. For age 81 to 85, another gap. I guess it's the same for everybody. It's 266,315 pesos. And then for 86 to 100, it's 435,331. 435,391 pesos. Okay, so if you can get more people to join with you, if you can get 7 to 15, it's a 5% discount. If you get 16 or more, it's a 10% discount. So for you guys that want to try to do something like that, you can work that out. I'm sorry, guys, that I can't do this in other, like in dollars or pounds or whatever. But I'm just going to leave this as is, and you guys can kind of figure it out. It's like, it's 48, about 48 to 1 is about the average. So you get pretty close if you use the 48 to 1. So just divide it by 48 and that'll do dollars. I'm not sure about the pounds and the Australian dollar or whatever you guys have over there, or anybody else like in France or Norway. So I just did it in pesos, guys, because this is the peso plan. The dollar plan is the one that they had actually in dollars. They showed that in dollars. This does not show anything in dollars here, unfortunately. Okay, and I just want to throw that out there. It is another choice. The plan's not as good as the dollar plans that they have, okay, which give you tons of coverage, and some of the coverage you don't need in the Philippines. This here gives you like low ball coverage, not very low ball, but low ball compared to, you know, the dollar plans. Okay, they do have less than this out there, but it's crap. It's just garbage, and you wouldn't want to even think about getting the other plans that they have out there. I'm not talking about Pacific Cross, but by the way, I'm talking about other plans that they have out there, Philippine plans, and it's just garbage. Don't even think about getting it. Also, you have Pacific Prime as another choice, and they give you 10 different quotes if you call them. Okay, but we're not talking about Pacific Prime. We're talking about Pacific Cross today. But if you go online and you look up Pacific Prime, they'll give you 10 different quotes, and that'll help you also. But this guy is Pacific Cross, and I like them. You know, I do like them. Okay, I'm going to give their email address on here. Their email address is info@pacificcross, all one word, .com.ph. Again, info@pacificcross.com.ph. Or you can just Google them, look them up on Google or whatever. Okay, guys? And I'll try to put the link in the description for you, too. I hope that helps, guys. I know that's kind of boring, you know, throwing out numbers at you, and you know, it gets kind of boring. I know I would get bored with it. But, I mean, for you guys that want the numbers, I wanted to put all the numbers out there, and that's the best way to do it. I know it's a lot of listening and boredom listening to me go through all those numbers, but this is a plan. It's definitely another plan to look at, you know, and it gives you an alternative. I wouldn't use this plan unless I had some backup money, some emergency money too, because I think you're going to have to pay the hospital bill directly, and then this company will reimburse you swiftly, they say. It doesn't say anything about them paying the hospital directly. So that's something you may want to ask them about, whether that swiftly means directly to the hospital. Maybe it does, maybe it don't. I really seriously doubt it does. Because my plan, you pay a few bucks extra and you get the access card. Okay? But anyway, guys, I wanted to throw that out there to give you that information. I hope that helps a little bit. And, you know, be sure to like and subscribe, guys. And don't send me any questions with this here. Address all your questions to that email address. Okay, guys? Thank you, guys. God bless.